Welcome. Let's go. What's
Hello,
up? What's up? What's
hello.
up?
Welcome in. This is episode 9, honey. We are at episode 9.
I thought it was 8.
No, last week was 8. You gotta keep up. You
We
gotta
keeping
keep
it moving.
up. Yes, we just moving right along. I'm excited. Next week we may have to do something special for episode 10. It'll be double digits. We'll see. We'll see. So we are here live with you guys. Thank you for joining us again for our podcast.
Yes.
Piece of Us. If you are new to the podcast, we picked up some viewers last week. Though last week was a big episode, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, we had a big surprise. We had an announcement. Well, before I have something to ask you, but I'm gonna wait. So welcome in. This is episode 9, and tonight we are talking about singles versus being married.
Yes.
So Brian has these questions, which I've not seen. He won't show me, and he's just gonna, I guess, surprise me. So we're gonna pick up kind of where we left off last week because the questions were so deep, we couldn't really get into them like we wanted to. And we're looking for your feedback. So we want to have a conversation with you guys to hear different perspectives of the topics that we're bringing. But my question for you, honey, is how was your first week of being married?
It was great.
Was it great?
Yeah, it was great. It's just a whole new outlook. Like when you get married, you're as one. So it's no longer like you, and it's no longer me. So it's just a great feeling, especially when you with someone that you want to spend the rest of your life with. That makes all the difference.
Oh,
great.
yes, I absolutely agree, honey. So I'm ready. I guess I am ready. We have some people in the chat already. So I am ready for your first question, I think.
Well, first of all, I mean, is marriage still worth it in 2025? Because now you have this big divorce rate and nobody wants to stay married. There's a reason for it. But is it still, I'm just talking to you as well as whoever's on our live, but is marriage worth it?
Okay, so I'm
In
going to have
2025.
to get you to expound because worth it or
I'm
worth
saying
it in what
because
way?
the old married is the new single. Like you have, like I talk to some people and they like, look, I'm single. I don't want to be married. I'm good.
Okay, can we clarify that this is a male's perspective you're bringing? Because these are the people you would
No,
be
this
talking
is
to.
male and female perspective.
Really?
So I'm married. I could do what I want to do when I want to do it. I don't have to answer to nobody. I just pick up and go.
You're talking about being married? Or
I'm talking about being single.
Oh, yes.
Yeah, I'm
Okay.
I'm talking about being single.
Okay.
I have freedom. I could do what I want to do when I want to do, and I don't have to answer to anybody.
I'm going to be completely transparent because in the 1 week that we've been married, some of that has already changed, and it's I'm like, what?
Oh,
So
yeah.
when my girlfriends call and we want to run to Vegas and do this or that,
No, we're
now
not
you
doing-
have a perspective where
Yeah.
you did not have one
Yeah.
before. Not a perspective, you have a comment or feedback where you didn't have before.
Well, that's going to go to another question
Okay,
I
okay.
have later on in the broadcast.
Okay. But the question is it worth it to be married? I think the answer changes depending on your age. I'm going to say that because I feel like if I'm 20, I may not think it's worth it because I haven't lived yet and I haven't experienced anything. And so I'm not sure if I'm able to give my best self at 20.
I agree with that.
At 50, is marriage worth it? Yeah.
Okay.
Because you figure for finance sake, for companion's sake, I mean, we're at midlife. So do you really want to live the rest of your life chasing women and one night standing? Like nobody's doing that at 50. So your
still a couple
perspective
people doing
becomes
it.
a little, a couple of loose people. No judgment. Like if you're at 50 and you still chasing the skirts, that's your business. But as for me and my house, okay. So at 50, I don't. For me, so what's the male perspective?
The male perspective?
20, the different ages. Is it worth it at 20 versus how?
I think for a male, it depends on the finances. If
you still say that.
If a man is like financially secure, then he's okay with picking up his queen. But if he's not, it's like
Okay, so I have to challenge Brian. I got to do it for the girls. At 20, you really believe a man is ready to be married?
No. I thought maybe I misunderstood your question.
Okay, give it again.
So, no, not at 20.
Right, so your question was, is marriage worth it? Is it still worth it? And I broke it into two, depending on age, because I think at 20 and 50, it's different.
Okay.
So a man at 20, do you think marriage is worth it? And is a man at 50?
No, I don't think he should get married at 20. It's too much to experience. At least he has a chance to date. So when he does go to get married, he can say, well, I've been with this person. I've been with this person. I really, really love this person. He has something to measure,
Yes. Wholeheartedly.
Somebody to measure, So if you just with one person and you just on lock with that one person, I'm thinking like halfway through the marriage, he's probably going to cheat.
Not necessarily.
Because he's going to feel like he's missing out on something.
Obama has never cheated, and we're sticking with that. I think it can be done. So when I say,
Obama never had a girlfriend?
I don't believe so. No.
He only been with Michelle.
Yes. And that's the way.
That's what they told you.
So it is written, so it shall be done.
Okay.
But what I will say is that when we say at 20 dating does not mean sex. Let's make sure the saints understand that we're not promoting promiscuity and all of these things before. Because dating to me is experiencing different people to understand what you like and what you don't like.
Your character.
Right. And to understand
your
who
personality.
you are as a person. Right. I think sex and at 20 and at an early age, it taints your thinking.
Yeah.
And so you're not able to make those decisions at 20.
So 20-year-olds stay celibate. Okay, go ahead. Anything else?
That's the goal. That is the goal. And that's what we are teaching here. Right? Okay. All right, male at 50, is it worth it?
It's absolutely worth it.
Why?
Because because the play days are over. And because you're with the one that you want to be with for the rest of your life.
So what say you about the men who are still playing? What's wrong with them? What is wrong with them?
They don't need to get married because they're still playing.
Why, though? Why are they
Because they haven't gotten it out of system. It could be a lot of reasons, but if they're still playing and dating, then no, they shouldn't be looking to get married just yet.
Should a woman date a man at 50 who still doesn't know what he wants, who's still unwilling to commit?
If she's looking for a serious relationship, I'm going to say no. Mm-hmm. If she's just out and she want to play and have a good time and companionship, then I guess it's okay.
But that is contingent upon the man being honest and telling her.
Yeah.
Too. Okay.
So, have you ever looked at a married couple and thought, thank God I'm single? Have you? It might not be all cracked up that it's supposed to be.
I'm thinking, when you see so I have patients in the hospital that I see, and a lot of times they're the elderly population, and I think they're so sweet because you figure I'm getting them at 80, 70, like they've been married 40 and 50 years. And so at that point in their lives, I'm like, oh my God, it's wonderful. I always ask them, how did you make it? Like, what are you doing? But have you seen younger? I don't know what it took them to get there. At 80, they tired. So they're probably not fighting as much as they used to. At 20, if I saw them, would the situation be different? Or 30s, because they're probably fighting more. There's probably issues going on. So I don't know that I've seen a couple that I was like, ugh.
Yeah.
What about you?
Can you repeat that?
It was just I was looking. Question. You said, have you ever looked at a married couple and thought, thank God?
Yeah, I have.
Who?
I'm not going to say people's names.
All right, well, tell me the situation. What was going on?
I mean, that you could.
We could tell them. It's only three people out there watching live. Nobody's going to tell.
They watch after.
Who is it?
You can't look at someone and judge a book by its cover.
Right.
But at the same time, like I do have discernment, so I could usually read people. So you can tell when a couple, I can tell when a couple is like not happy. Not talking about having a bad day, but I'm just talking about in general. I can kind of like feel like they're not really a happy couple, but they're going to stay together because that's what you're supposed to do, for better or for worse. So they're staying together and they're worse because that's the vows that they took.
That's sad. I think it's sad. I don't know, because I guess you can't get around it. I mean, there are days where we're going to have, worse. But I think too, worse and being miserable are two different things, because we can have a bad day, but we still love each other. So I think that's different from having a bad day and just being miserable.
Right. At the same time, now we got singles that thrive while married couples are barely hanging on.
What do you mean single couples that thrive?
Not couples, singles.
Oh, singles that thrive. Yeah.
While married couples are barely just like holding on.
Explain.
They just out doing their thing and having a good time, and the married really, people is just home like.
No, I think single people. I think it goes both ways. I think you never know you think the grass is always greener on the other side, because as a single person, you think, oh God, it must be so great to be married. Because as single, you're still coming home alone. You're making all your major decisions alone. You know what I mean? It's still lonely at the end of the day because you're by yourself. Whereas in a relationship or a marriage, there's always someone there to talk to bounce ideas off of, to make decisions with. So I think it goes both ways. I think we can be jealous of each other, singles and versus married.
Okay.
What say you? There's one or two of you out there. Tell us what you think, single or married. Who has it better? The single person
is singleness the new freedom?
I don't know why you're getting excited. It's too
I'm
late
not.
for you.
I'm not talking about me.
Yeah, we know.
I'm good.
Yes.
I'm good. I'm good.
Marriage is better, right, honey?
Absolutely.
Amen.
Absolutely.
Okay, what's the next question?
All right, next question. Can married people truly be friends with singles?
A couple?
Yes.
See, being friends with a single person?
Come on now, you know what I'm saying.
Yeah, sure. You invite the single person in.
I think so too,
Yeah.
but
you got to watch
for
them.
some couples it can always be a distraction.
What do you mean?
Because the single people are single, so.
Oh, I guess, yeah. Yeah, because I have single friends, and I think that...
You do, you have a lot.
Yes. Yeah, we have a good time, though. It's a good group of women, professional, educated, and we have a good time. So it's different. Like, I feel like, and this is where we're having some discussion, because I feel like I could go still hang out with my friends because it's such an innocent time. You know what I mean? It's not like we out there twerking, bar hopping. Nobody does any of that. We're too old for that. You know what I mean? So I think
I'm not talking about just you and your friends. I'm just saying in general.
I don't know. I guess it depends on the situation.
Mm-hmm.
What do you think?
It's a two-edged sword. Like,
You saying you can be but it could be a problem.
Yeah.
Well, it could be a problem having a married couple, being friends with a married couple. It just depends, because it depends on where they are in their marriage. It depends on
the individual too.
Right. Because we could have a married couple friend where the husband is philandering or out here running the streets.
Like you have and
now he's having an influence on you.
You have some single friends, and I like your single friends. Like, so I would never say, okay, now I'm married, now I can't be friends with you. I would never say that.
Right.
But you do have some singles that they get envious and jealous. Like she married now, so I ain't really fooling with her like that, or
or they just don't know their place anymore. So maybe they feel like oh, she doesn't have time for me, or that type of thing.
Yeah. All right, here go one.
Yes.
And then I'm gonna be done with my questions.
I like your questions.
Who
there
builds
aren't any questions in the chat yet?
who builds wealth faster, singles or married people?
Definitely married people. Maybe. Because you have two is better than one. You're both working together. Although when you're single, you do have more time to dedicate to your bag. So like you could eat, sleep, and breathe whatever your trade or offering is to make money. Whereas in marriage, you can't really, you would take your time
Because
from your marriage.
Because you have a lot of married couples that are struggling.
Yeah.
It's not just single people. A lot of single people, they get in that bag.
Right. No, it's true. It goes both ways. I guess. Look, we just got married. You asking all these marriage questions. I don't know.
Yeah, we never even talked about these things.
Right? You throwing them at me. I don't know. But I think together you can build more.
All right, so if you're single,
I don't think we have any single people in the audience.
if you're single and you're looking for a relationship, do you think finances make or break the relationship?
Absolutely not.
Absolutely not. What?
Yeah, it doesn't. Finances don't. They play into it, but it can't make or break a relationship. Listen, the dating pool is very shallow.
So
it's
you
got
just get
stuff floating
you just
in
get
it.
whatever
It's terrible,
you get.
right? So if you're sitting now waiting for someone to meet your qualifications on finance, and they check all the other boxes, you would be a fool to say, "Oh, well, he doesn't make six figures. I'm not going to date him."
True.
Like it's like the dating pool. The pickings are so slim.
So when it comes to finances, are there any red flags? Let's say you're
yes.
single and you're dating somebody, and you like this person, you like this person's character. However, what would be a red flag to you in terms of their finances? They don't always have to take you out like fine dancing. Fine dining.
Yeah.
You can go to a pizza spot and have a good time, right?
Right. Yes, that's
And
very
you don't
true.
have to do an elaborate you don't have to, not elaborate. You don't have to do fine dining on the first date as well, right?
No, absolutely not. I don't think you should. No. Or it's not required.
It's not required. Okay. So what's the red flags once you get to know the person and...
Living with their mother for 100, Alex.
But what if they're taking care of their mother?
No.
Their mom is sickly and...
That's different. That's the mother living with them. I said living with their mother.
Well,
In the basement.
what if their mom
Come
already
over,
has
but
the
you
house?
gotta be
He
quiet.
got an apartment, but mom has a house. So how they gonna reverse that? He has to take care of her.
Okay, so you're really going to tell me you're going to date me, bring me back to your mother's house and tell me to go downstairs and be quiet? Absolutely not.
You ain't gotta be quiet. She upstairs. So that's a red flag for you?
It's going to be a problem for me. It's just me. Somebody else may say it's okay. I think if the situation, if you're living with your mother and you're in a designated part of the home and that's a problem for me.
Okay.
If your name isn't on the deed and you're not running things, because if you can't even run your own, how you going to take care of me if you're not running your own stuff? Oh.
Well, these are the things that people go through in relationships. All right, so let's say he got a real nice car. He's staying with his mom because he's taking care of his mom. But you really like the person. He's got a great character. He's got a really nice car. But he's got a job.
Yes.
His credit is jacked up. Where are you with that?
I'm gonna question it.
Why?
Because your priorities are out of alignment. You can't have a nice car and no
But people
credit.
run up on bad times and bad
Well,
situations.
how you get a nice car?
Because that was the priority. You can get a car with halfway decent credit, I guess. I don't know.
That's gonna be a problem for me. Credit rules the world. If you don't have that philosophy ingrained in your mind, you can't come here with a credit score less than 600.
What?
Absolutely not. Absolutely not.
So, all right. So do you just not date the person and you just move on to somebody else?
It depends. We have to have a talk.
Guys, we're not talking about us. We're just giving scenarios, okay?
Okay, so we have someone in the chat. Regina says there are definitely red flags if you're single and financially someone is not stable. And Regina says it depends on the age, which is true. Because you may be able to get away. See, if I'm 20 again,
okay,
and we're 20, I'm gonna let you can live a little bit. Like,
all right,
you might be able to live with your mama and everything at 20.
I give you that.
At 50,
so
again,
at what age do all this change?
And 35? There are 50-year-olds living in the basement.
What time do all this change? 35? What's the age?
I think it's organic. I think it depends on what you have lined up for you and what your plan is. But I think no, I can't. I'm not going to throw a number because the men ain't going to get mad at me.
No, we're speaking general, so we're not talking really about ourselves. We're talking scenarios.
Perry
with people.
Says 35. I'm gonna go with Perry.
All right, 35, Perry.
35. He says a man should have it together by 35.
Okay.
So, ladies, if we're dating men in their 40s,
okay,
and there's these financial things, and there's
but what if he went through a divorce and he lost everything?
Different.
All right,
no, that's different. I'm not saying that.
Or had a medical emergency.
But here's the thing. How long do you give them grace? Because you can be divorced at 35 and now you're 40 and you're still giving me, I was divorced at 5 years and you haven't gotten it together. That's a problem. Right. Yeah, it's 1-2 years to come out of it, but you got to be doing something.
Okay.
And Patrick Dillon says financial instability is definitely a red flag because if you're not able to take care of your family, it's the man's job. And maybe this is another conversation, honey, because I think the male's role in the family is lacking, and that's the problem. And that's why you have men living with their mamas and doing all these things because, the Bible says also that a man is supposed to leave his mother and father. And that's our Bible verse for today. We're jumping ahead. But if your mother is sick, yes, you take care of her, you put her somewhere, but you can't let that come in front of your family, your nuclear family, your wife, your children, and that sort of thing.
Okay.
So that's a story for another day. Credit can take longer because your parents may have never showed you the way with that. Credit. That is absolutely true. Because our children aren't taught in school too, not only by your parent, but in school, they're not taught how important credit is and how credit literally rules everything.
Well, when it comes to credit, you have to financially educate yourself.
True.
You cannot depend on the school system to teach you that.
True.
So some people are self-motivated, some people are not. But when it comes to that, that's something you have to teach yourself.
It's true because it's so important, and it's a shame the children don't learn in college, and they're getting all these credit cards. That all of that's going to follow your entire life. If you mess it up now, it could potentially affect the rest of your life. But we perish by lack of knowledge. We're about to lose. We have 5 minutes. That was quick. I feel like we didn't even really get into it. Your parents should teach you, though, about credit. They should.
So
I try to teach Aaron.
How old were you when you...
I have to be honest. Nobody taught me.
But how old were you when you bought your first house?
22.
So you came out the box with good credit.
Yeah, and I honestly, I don't know where that came from because... I really don't. And I'm so crazy about credit. Like I've been my whole life. I've never carried credit. Never. Except for homes. And I don't know where that comes from.
What do you mean you don't carry credit?
I don't, I have credit cards, but I don't carry debt. Because my philosophy is if I can't afford it, I don't need to have it. So if I buy a bag or a purse or shoes on a card, which you do to get your points and all the
perks.
Yes, you do that. But you need to pay it off the next month. But I'm not going to let somebody make money off. I'm too cheap for that. Like you're not going to make double. Louis is already like $2,000, y'all. So why would I? You think I'm gonna give the bank $4,000? That's another bag. No.
Okay.
But I'm gonna pay it off because that to me it just doesn't make sense. to do that. Okay, Jathaniel's saying if you're a young couple, grow together. If you're both older and you're both in the same boat together, keep growing together. I agree with Brian. Educate yourself.
Yeah.
Educate yourself.
You have to.
In that case, I did because I've just always.
And if your credit is bad, you can always rebound.
You can, for sure.
You can always
For
rebound.
sure.
So
You just have to know how to.
what if the guy's like, I came across some bad time. I lost my job, but I'm in the midst of building my credit back up. How you feel
I'm
about
gonna rock
that?
out. I'm gonna rock with you. Yeah, I can do
But what
that.
if he been saying that for the last 4 or 5 years?
Yeah, no. Because it doesn't take all of that. It just doesn't. And comment, most of us were not taught, and it's true. Most of us were not. We weren't, and some of us learned the hard way, and and some of
I
us
wasn't taught that.
still affected by it. But you've always had good credit, so I don't.
Not always.
Oh, since I've known you.
I mean, I've always pretty much had decent credit, but no, there was a time before I bought my first house. I think I had like 2 or 3 delinquencies. They were like phone stuff that I never paid.
See, it's like silly, right? You don't because you're not paying attention to it. I probably would have jumped off a bridge if I used to get offended if somebody called and when if I forgot or missed a payment by mistake and somebody called, I would get indignant. Like what?
Maybe we should do a show about that finances
Financial.
and credit.
Yeah.
Right now we on singles and married.
Singles and marriage. Okay, go back. Well, we've been on credit for a minute. so we
But
did
that
Yes.
that has a lot to do with your not only your financial stability but your relationship.
It does.
Because it's not just love only.
It's
'Cause
not.
that's gonna get old, right?
Right. And it's going to get old constantly taking care of somebody and constantly paying the bill at dinner. Like we were saying, yes, I don't need to go to fine dining all the time, but I'm going to want to go for my birthday and you need to be able to pay that bill, right?
Yeah.
And fine dining for me it's going to cost at least $100 per person.
And you always like fine dining.
No, that's not true. But I'm gonna want to be treated. So it would to your point, it would get old if you could never do that. Like that's not fair.
I understand. Mm-hmm. And plus, you should want to go fine dining sometime. Not always go to the fast food spots
We can't always go to Cheesecake. And I love Cheesecake Factory. They have a lot of stuff to pick from.
Didn't they have something out recently? Like, was it Red Lobster? Like, if the women wasn't going out with guys to take them there on the first date.
That's crazy. Yeah, it was Cheesecake. It was Cheesecake Factory. I think that's ridiculous because I would. Who wouldn't
Cheesecake
want to go
Factory
to
is nice.
It's very
It's
nice
decent.
for a first
It's decent.
date. Yes, and it's a lot of different food. Like you can eat whatever you want, and it ain't cheap. I mean, you spending about $50 a person for dinner.
Well, cheap is
a decent
subjective because that might be a lot of money to some people.
That's true. But then I can rock at Olive Garden. Like the first day shouldn't be. I mean, you could go to Applebee's and get 2 for $25. I'm gonna do that. Now I might need a drink.
How you know?
You might have to buy me a drink. Cause I went to Applebee's the other day and they got the 2 for $25. Yes, Capitol Grill. Capitol Grill is expensive, Perry, but yes, Capitol Grill too.
Okay, Perry, you
considered
going to
fine
Capitol
dining,
Grill?
I think that's fine dining. Capitol Grill is.
No, fine dining is when you see the white tablecloth.
That was like the Lobster Chop House in Atlanta. Oh my God, it's so amazing. All right, we got to wrap, honey. It's 9
I'm
o'clock.
talking about like fried lobster.
Yes. Oh my God, amazing. All right, here's our Bible verse, Genesis 2:24, and it says, "That is why a man leaves his father and mother and is united to his wife, and they become one flesh." We hinted at that earlier, a man's perspective. And again, I think we could spend so much more time on this.
We got a couple
How
more minutes.
the male's role is lost because the man should really run the household, be the center of the household.
But isn't it a two-way street in today's time?
What do you mean?
It's not just the man run and the man do everything.
No, that's not what I'm saying. I'm saying the man is the leader of the home. Yeah, no, I'm not saying that a woman should work. A woman should work if it makes sense for
the man is
for
the
you and
leader.
what you're doing. But the man should do the role.
The man is the leader if and only if he knows how to lead, because some men don't know how to lead.
Then they shouldn't be married. So who's going to lead?
Sometimes the woman lead.
See, I don't agree. Y'all, we're going to talk about this maybe
Keep it
next
going.
week.
You ain't got to end it real quick.
I don't. Your camera. I don't believe that a woman should lead anybody's household. That's that. And again, I'm old school traditional. I just, what, you really think?
I think, well, when it pertains to married couples, I think you should help each other.
Yes.
In each other area of weakness. Meaning, if I can cook better than you, even though most people, think that women should always cook, then I should probably cook more. If I do laundry better than you, I should probably do the laundry more. If I do finances better than you,
But that's not leading, honey. When I think of lead, and I agree with you. No, you're absolutely right. There has to be give and take. Whoever's the best at that does it. I'm talking about when final decisions are made. Let's say you and I can't agree on something. What's something we were fighting about recently? Not fighting, disagreeing about.
Fighting.
Yeah, we don't fight. We disagree. So, okay, whatever. Let's say something we disagree about. Where to go to dinner, just for sake of conversation. Somebody's got to take the lead on that and have the final say. So I might have to be like, ooh, but I'm gonna sit back and be quiet because you're doing what's best for both of us.
You're gonna sit back and be quiet?
Yes, honey. Whatever do you mean?
No, but go ahead. That's not happening. But go ahead. You're not going to sit back and be quiet.
Don't tell the people a lie, Pew. I have been.
Maybe once or twice.
Getting better.
But go ahead.
But it is what I want. Like I don't want to be, okay. So, and again, we have to stop this, but listen. So I'm coming from a place where I was single and I had to do it all on my own, right? I had to protect myself. I had to do all these. So when you come in, yes, I still have that rah-rah in me because I didn't have nobody but me and my diamond, my dog.
All right.
And so it's hard for me in some areas to let go of that. But I'm praying about it and I'm trying to do better because I do realize that I can come across harsh or, a little masculine. And I don't want that.
Boss.
I'm not bossy.
Boss.
I'm doing better. You give me a little bit.
But yeah, you should help each other in each other's area of weakness.
But the man has to leave, Brian. I don't see.
If I'm better than paying the bills than you are, because I don't want nothing to be late, then I should be doing it.
Right.
If you are better at that, then you should be doing it. It
Right.
don't have anything to do with so much as it's not a gender thing. It's like y'all have to discuss what's better for y'all. It don't have to be, well, the man always do this and then the woman.
No, but I think
the man should always take out the trash.
You're mixing gender roles with leadership. So in yours and what you're saying, if you pay the bills and we have a discussion on who we're going to pay, the electric bill or the gas bill, because we short of money this month, you need to make that last decision. This is what we're going to do if we're going back and forth.
I agree.
You know what I mean? So that's what I mean, leadership. Someone has to take the lead and say, no, this is what we're going to do.
Well, what if I say that John ain't getting paid? We just going to walk around here with candles.
Then I'm going to go get my lighters up. I'm gonna get my light and my match, and this is what we're doing.
Okay.
Yeah, this is where I'm getting there to follow. Mm-hmm.
Okay. Well, we're gonna try it. Next month, we going to candles.
Lord help us. Help me.
Easier said than done.
All right, you guys. Until next week, thank you for joining us. We had a great time talking. With so much we could talk about. We could go on and on, but we do want to keep it to a certain time limit to ensure that we don't lose interest. Because while it's interesting to us, we don't know. Although we did get to talk to you guys a little bit today, so that was cool.
We're a little boring this week.
Are we boring? No, say it isn't so. All right, we're going to have to open a poll. And you have to tell us if we're boring or if we need to pep it up a little bit. Because we could do something.
And don't just like criticize. Give us a solution, or give us some topics that may interest you. But don't nobody ever say anything. So that's why
they do. But like you said, a lot of times it's after we end the broadcast, and then it's too late because then somebody will say, "Don't forget to get me on the shout out," and then we've already ended the live.
Yeah, we've already ended the live.
So you guys got to either send us questions before or topics before or what you want to hear. Or even if you can give us feedback. You know, sometimes we'll watch the podcast after and we're picking through the things that we, like last week, the camera was going like this. And Brian kept fiddling with his ears. Yeah. So, you know, it's still a learning progress. But again, I keep saying, as long as we're having fun, I'm rocking with it. So.
And we don't need, you know, a whole lot of people. We could have like a rural, small, intimate group, but we could probably say one thing that'll change your life. Right. And vice versa.
We hope so. If we impact one person, it's worth it.
Yeah.
To God be the glory. All right, you guys. We love you. Until next week. 2 pews are better than 1.
That's right. Peace.